show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, this is your girl SC Bookgal 843, and it's another Tuesday night. But things are going to be flipped a little bit, and I'll tell you about that. Um, I am going to be in the hot seat tonight. Okay, you guys? I have one of the authors that was on my show before. Author Kendrick Northern is going to interview me. Okay? Now, just like I do with my authors, I don't know the questions. Okay. Am I nervous? Yeah. um, so I'm gonna bring up Mrs. Northern. He's gonna give you a little.
Of her. You know what I'm saying? And everybody get to know a little bit about her. You know what I'm saying? So some questions I came up with.
Oh, y'all could tell I'm nervous because I'm sitting up here playing with the wire. Before we go any further, let me tell y'all a little bit about myself. Okay. So my name is Patrice Grimble, and I am a native here of Charleston, South Carolina. I have been um, working for the public library this past May 25th has been 20 years. 20 years, y'all. I've only had three jobs my whole life. No, let me change that. Um, Office Depot, Food Lion, Direct TV. I worked at a check cashier place for one day, but that lady cursed me out and I was out of that joint. Um, so yeah, I've only had four jobs my whole entire life. I am a beautiful mother of my wonderful kids. I have a son named James the Third. He is my oldest. He's king. And then I have my little dancing girl, Anaya Grumble. Um, what else can I say? Uh, that's a shame, you guys. Me being interviewed is weird because now I see how y'all feel. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him take over and let him interview me.
Okay. That was a nice introduction. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, my first question, I want to know, for one, could you describe to us briefly and walk us through the process of how you prepare for the weekend we got, especially finding your new aspiring authors?
Whoa, how do I find new authors? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm basically saying what's the process you go through to prepare for the week, especially finding the new authors that you find.
Okay, so um, when I my weekly process of finding a new author, Y'all, is the easiest thing in America. Facebook, TikTok. Really. I have a lot of books that come in my library system. I could read those at any time. Okay. I prefer the authors that I find on TikTok and Facebook because they're 9 times out of 10 indie authors, or there was smaller publishing groups. And for some reason, those be the one that be hitting. Okay. Um, I love when an author comes into my inbox and they introduce themselves, not just drop their book and run. I hate, don't ever do that to me. Don't drop your book and run because that's the first way you get blocked. Okay. If you're wanting to introduce yourself to a reader like me or any reader, hey, my name is such and such. I have a new book that's coming out. Give me a little synopsis and give me a link. So that's really how I find my books: Facebook, TikTok.
Okay, so I see how your show's steady moving on and progressing. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice process you go through. You know, I never knew that. You know what I'm saying? These are some things I want to know. I'm pretty sure a lot of the listeners want to know as well. Um, can you explain that in brief, the brief process of getting, book reviews? Because I know often that when the authors come on, you know a little bit about their book, but sometimes a little bit more than them. You know, they go into details that we don't know about. We're like, damn, where'd you get that from? But, so when their book reviews, coming on, interviewing us, how you come up with your book reviews, how you get into the process on that?
Book reviews is something I've been doing for years, okay? And every time I seem to take it up, not taking up a notch, taking up a notch. And right now I'm really loving what I'm doing, like breaking it down to different segments and maybe just 2 or 3 sentences about each segment. Um, I am with 3 groups. Personally, SC Book Gals and Friends, which is what Aspiring Authors Magazine. That's my first priority. Second, I'm with MBU, which is with Miss Brandy White. Love her. I saw how the way she was promoting her books, and she was like, "Hey, I always see you reading books. I see you. I used to do um when I would read a chapter and it was something that stick out with me, I'll be like, oh my God, and give a little update on the book. But now that a lot of the services are not connecting, I'm not able to do that as much. I have to log in, do this, and then go back out. So sometimes that's a little bit too much. But if it's good, you'll see me break through. Um, and the third one is personally for work. Um, I do reviews on my own if I really, really do like a book. I have a notebook around here. I have like 3 of these notebooks, composition notebooks, you guys. And there is one for each group. Okay. And I do put dates on them so I can know which date and who needs to be interviewed. I mean reviewed. Um, People say book reviews are dead. That is a lie. That is a pure lie. They're now starting to be more creative. Okay. But just to get your book reviewed by me, inbox me. Now I do tell people that look, I am one person, so give me some chance to get to it. But yeah, just inbox me. I am always happy to review a book. I just have one stipulation. I will not review a
What is
book.
that?
I will not review a book of a mainstream author. Why? They got enough.
Okay. Well, that's understandable. That's why we trying to show our appreciation right there because you giving us the ones that's trying to be heard a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, the ones that's already out there, they the ones that already out there. You know what I'm saying? They already got their shot. And just hearing that what you did with the book review, that's pretty extensive and pretty hard work, man. And I know that's a lot of stress. You know, it causes a lot of stress and all that. So my next question would be, was there ever a moment where like you wanted to give up, thinking all this wasn't worth it? Has there ever been a moment like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, expound on that for us?
I wish you had not asked that question on the date. Um, there are many a times when I wanted to give up. Many a times. And God placed people in my life that saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. And just today by itself, I know y'all sitting up here like, dang, this girl getting emotional. Yeah, I am. Um, I lost one of my mentors 10 years ago today. And she saw something in me because y'all, when I first started working at the library, I couldn't find a book on the shelf. It took me 3 hours to do a 10 item list. And I didn't even know I liked books. And y'all all know the story about the book with the word B and how she said, go find a book just like this. And that's how my love of urban reading started. So there were plenty of times I wanted to give up, but God placed people in my way. And those I say in my way because I wasn't looking right. I wasn't looking there. So um I've had a lot of mentors and I do still have a lot of mentors and I have a lot of sisters and they encourage me to keep going. But yes, there are some days where I'm like, look, especially when them authors get in my inbox and they start getting mad at the interpretation that I have with the book. Please do understand that everybody going to interpret the book separately. It's not always going to have the same interpretation. Your book may not hit everybody the same way, and just accept it.
Exactly.
So, yep.
Exactly. Well, Patrice, I want to apologize. I didn't know that was going to bring emotion into it like that. I apologize for that. But with that said, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything happens for a reason, right? So with that it goes great with my next question. And this is going to show y'all the confidence and the strength of this woman, man, with this podcast, man. She's great. So I want to know, how do you gain your confidence in all of your interviews and you display such resilience? Because you can get on something can happen, technicality can happen with the background, whatever, and you just pop right in with resilience and never lose a beat. How do you do that?
I can't take no credit of that. I surely can't. There's a lady behind this screen right here that trained us. And when we first started this, we had trainings where we would interview each other. She would interview us. And we're still learning too, you guys. She would interview us. We would interview each other. We would learn about the interviewing skills. We would, how to get guests, the 100 author movement. She could even tell you my first podcast, I held my breath. I went to, I think it was like, what, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I held my breath and I went through the whole podcast.
And you still living? 15, 20 minutes later?
See, I'm a chop you in the back of your eye. It was nerve-wracking, but even now sometimes I get on and I'm nervous. But what I tell people is it's a simple conversation between me and you. You're talking to your homeboy, you're talking to your homegirl, and you're just talking about yourself and your book. Now, there are some times when I send authors generic questions. I send them same questions to everybody. I can't tell you how many times I've used them. Never, you guys. Because before we come on the screen, we're literally sitting behind here having a conversation, making that connection. I'm like, all right, we about to go live. One lady, she inboxed me the next day. She was like, that was so much fun. She said, I was nervous for nothing. It's me. Hey, I've been there. So I can't take any credit for that. That is all the training that was given to me by Angela Thomas Smith. That's where that came from. So let me plug in the 100 author movement, the same thing you see me doing here. And what you see her doing online, what you see other authors doing, we got the training. So if you want to know about that, hit me up. Okay. All right.
Well, with that said, I'm familiar with Angela as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good friend of hers, and there's a lot of things that we've been through that she gave me a chance, gave me better opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, with her group podcast, which is a total umbrella over everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this. Y'all a bunch of strong women. I met a few of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all great women. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that y'all have this empowerment group as a collective of women, as a crew in general. You know what I mean? So just put all you together, as a collective, as a whole, how could you describe in a few words you can share with all us, you know what I'm saying, how y'all plan to keep the progression and with these empowering journeys?
Now you know the left hand cannot always let the right hand know what they're doing. But I will tell y'all this: we got two new shows coming, and we do have another brother. We got a man that's coming up. We do have Mr. Cornell, but we need to add another man. We got another man in the group. So check our pages because we all support each other, and you'll see the two news hosts that we have coming up. So we can't let everybody know what we got up our sleeves, but there's some things coming in the work. Okay. But
Okay.
first thing is the two new hosts. They'll be coming out soon.
Okay. Well, tell the listeners, you know what I'm saying, when can they be expecting to come? I know they be listening to our shows, so give them a little time frame. You ain't got to be just on point, but give them a little time where they can just sit back and just check it out.
Well, I think I cannot remember the days of the two new hosts. Let me see if I can find out something. I think it's on a Sunday. Sundays for the new hosts, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what, you guys? Check my page because I want to say it's Sunday and Wednesdays.
Okay.
I cannot
That's
remember,
great.
but I will find
Okay,
out.
so I'm
And
gonna come on.
Uh oh, hold on,
I'm gonna
hold
come
on.
on
We,
real quick.
we got the
So
queen coming.
we have our men's line that's gonna be coming. They're actually gonna be starting in July. Our first show is gonna be July. And that is Zach. His
Yeah.
first show is gonna be July the 7th. He's gonna be on every first and third Monday. He's only gonna be on every first and third Monday, and the men are gonna air at 7 p.m. So they're gonna be coming on before the women. We are providing an hour for our men to come. So we have space. So if there are men out there that want to host their very own show, they have an opportunity to come and be a part of our network and share their shows, share whatever it is they want to share. So that's in July, and we have another queen that's going to be joining our lineup. So now we're going to have 9 queens a part of this network, Dim Divas, and she's going to be joining us on second and fourth Wednesday. So y'all, our slots are filling up. We have 2 more vacant slots for our women, and then we're gonna be all booked up. But y'all can tune in and be educated, empowered, and encouraged. We're providing a safe space for our men. Hello, Kendrick. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? That's queen of collaboration right there. That's the
Yeah.
one that started it all. I'd
Speaking.
like to tell everybody, hey, you're doing a great job, man, and I commend you. I just thank you for
All
giving
right.
everybody this opportunity.
So yeah. So if there's any men out there, come on, join us, ladies. It'll be cool. You know what? How about I put this picture out there, y'all? It'd be cool if we had a man who was big in sports. So if y'all know any men out there who yelling at the TV and then got the nerve on Monday to give you the commentary of everything that happened Sunday, is it Monday Night Football? Yeah, there's Monday Night Football. No, you can't take Tuesday. Tuesday is my night. Sorry. But then you can come on another night. So fellas, sports, come on over. Come on over.
Yeah, that's what's up. I like that. With that said, I have another question. What would be one of your most memorable moments of one of the shows you had and why?
I miss and I love when we all were on the show for Thanksgiving and we started talking about potato salads and food for Thanksgiving. So it was all the hosts, and we were just on there in our element, just having fun. It reminded me of this group that I'm starting to see that's starting to trend. It's a bunch of females, and they do these jokes, and they always that remind me of that day when we were talking about potato salads, we were talking about yams, we were talking about etiquette for Black Thanksgiving. Yes, it was a Thanksgiving episode that we all did together. So that's one of my most memorable moments because we laughed so much on that show. And y'all just saw us and a bunch of friends hanging out, a bunch of sisters together.
Okay. Okay. Come together this week for Juneteenth to do something. You know what I'm saying? That's a barbecue. And then inspiring the movement of the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to make it more memorable moment. You know, just throwing something out there. You know how I am. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's great though. I got two more questions for you. I'm gonna close out, because I don't know what I'm doing on this thing. But like I said, I just want to show my appreciation to Patrice. But I noticed that in some of your shows you mentioned that you have an adult erotica coming out called Distant Truths. And that's one of the books out there, you know what I'm saying, the erotica segment of the genre, but a lot of people are picking up on. So I want to know what inspired you and gave you the notion that you can also achieve partnership.
Being in some anthologies, helping you with your books, helping reading some of the stuff that I have been seeing on Hoopla and Libby. And Hoopla and Libby are two free programs that you can use at your libraries to download ebooks, audiobooks, movies, music, all those things. And I'm like, I can do this. I can sit down and get my thoughts together. It's the point of me sitting down and getting it together. And you put me on the spot, but you know what? I'll get you later about that one. But yes, I do have a book that me and LaKendrick are writing together, and it's called Distant Streets. Um, the cover has already been made. If you get Born from the Streets, you'll see that cover in Born from the Streets. Um, you'll see the cover of Distant Streets. So yes, just by me seeing other works, I'm pretty sure that I have enough confidence in myself to be able to write and you guys enjoy it.
Well, I know you can do it because I done seen you work, I done seen your penmanship and all that stuff. I see it shouldn't be no problem. I'm looking forward to it myself. My last question would be, what can you tell your old authors that you interviewed and your upcoming new authors that you might interview, in the distant, not this, but near future? What can you tell them to make them continue their dreams?
Don't stop. Make it a priority. And me telling you guys this is really telling my own self this. Set your goals, set your timelines. If you miss a goal, go back and do it. So I'm going to be totally up with y'all. Starting next week, I'm getting back on the challenge that we were doing, the visibility challenge. My goal is to complete that challenge. Yes, I did not and was not able to do it when it was going on because I had a lot of other things that's going on at work. But this is a dedication to myself and what I know I can do. Okay. Um, don't worry about naysayers. Okay. Everybody is not going to like your book because your book is not for everybody. But you write that book. There is no such thing as an old book. That same book you wrote 10 years ago, you advertise that sucker like you wrote it yesterday. Okay? Um, just don't give up. Giving up is not an option.
That's right. And I like that. Don't give up. You know. So with that said, man, I appreciate you for letting me interview you and let get behind the steering wheel. No, I ain't have no license, no registration, I ain't got none of that. So hey, I'm glad you gave me the opportunity, to turn the limb over, allow you to express yourself, let everybody know the hard work that you put into this. And also, we want to thank all the people behind the scene, Angela, and every other people that's behind the book, the scenes of the books, and the different shows you got. Y'all doing a great job, and I commend y'all on. Like I say, for all y'all men out there, all y'all women out there that got books, got things that you want to say, get off your chest, different things. Hey, it's the opportunity to get on the crew, man. And if the monsters out there, get on that South Carolina book there, that's on the pocket, man. And once again, Patrice, man, I'd like to thank you for, having me on the show, man. And I'll always be here to support you. So anytime you need to come on, hey, I'm there. You gotta say this. Say, hey, I got you.
All right. Well, thank you. And we will be talking very soon. But I got to close out my show. But thank you for interviewing me, okay?
Okay.
You're going to let Miss LaKendrick go. But let me tell y'all what I have going on, okay? So I know you see that it says secret code word of the week. It says summer. Remember that, okay? Because guess what? Our summer reading challenge has started, okay? I'm bringing it back this year. There is going to be a post that is already scheduled to come out at 9 a.m. tomorrow, okay? Each week, somebody is going to win an Amazon gift card. All you got to do, read, enter, possibility win. That's all. But you have chances to win extra clues, extra entries. You have a chance. And then at the end of the summer, there is going to be one winner. So I know you're wondering, like, why is she just not telling us? If you got your copy of Aspiring Authors Magazine, you would already knew this was going to happen. But did you get your copy? No, you didn't. Or yes, you did. So that line is going to go live tomorrow, 9 a.m. It's going to be on all of our Facebook pages. I'm sorry, all of my Facebook pages, Essie Bookgals and Friends Chat, the group, Essie Bookgals and Trend Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, and I ain't too fond of Twitter. I mean, what is it called? X now? I ain't too fond of it. Yeah, it might be on there. I ain't gonna say it will, but it might. Okay. But pay attention to that, okay, you guys? Again, I would like to thank LaKendra Northern for interviewing me, and I hope you find out some information about me, okay? Remember, every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, right here with me, Esty Bookgals and Friends. And remember, there is no such thing as an old book because not everyone has read every book. Good night, everyone. Bye.